this morning.
I had to turn
Excellent.
mine off because mine usually goes off all the
Yeah.
time.
Hey guys, Mike Healy here again, and I'm going to go solo with you for a second. I got Tammy Moorhead on here with me, and I'm so excited to interview her. Actually, I'm not going to go solo. I'm just going to keep you on here, Tammy, because you can see me. But I wanted to get Tammy on here to share with you guys. She's brand new to the business, basically. She's been in less than 30 days and is having some really, really awesome success with this thing. And probably most importantly, because she's keeping it simple and she's seen how simple this is to do. So Tammy, thank you very much for. I know I didn't give you a whole lot of notice to be on here, but I wanted to interview you because I think your story will resonate with a lot of people about how simple this is, and most importantly, kind of what kind of money people can be making if they actually do something here. So Tammy, real quick, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you kind of currently do for a living, where you live, and whatever details you want, and then I'll start asking you some questions. Cool.
Cool. Well,
Excellent.
thank you, first of all, for having me on. I'm very excited to try to help anybody that I can. That's kind of my passion. That's why I'm an entrepreneur. I actually live in Canton, Ohio, and I run my own business. I have been since 2011. And just like you said, Mike, I'm always looking for ways to supplement and do different things. My passion is to help others. In my current business, that's what I do. And this kind of falls right in line with it, giving something away for free, which is, can we just say how easy that is? So I absolutely love this business and very excited of where we're about to head.
So, okay, so let's just jump right into this. Have you ever seen anything as simple as this to give somebody something for free and you make 50% on them saving money, not what they spend or how big their bill is or anything like that, to save money on something they were probably already going to spend money on, correct?
Correct. And to answer your question, absolutely no. I have never seen anything like this. To be able to just tell somebody that I'm going to give you something for free completely changes the game as far as I'm concerned. There's no more trying to sell, there's no more trying to get them, convince them that they need the product. They are going to travel anyway. Everybody does at some point. So this to me is probably the easiest thing that we will ever come across.
And on along those lines, so we obviously the concept is a piece of cake. Just out of curiosity, how many customers have you activated right now? So this how it works. In case you're new to this video, you give somebody a code, and they go to a website, and then they just punch in the 5-digit code that the person that gave it to them gave it to them has. And if they activate it and they spend, if they go on there and they save money, well, we get paid on that. That's how that works. But how many customers did you acquire so far?
I currently, as of just a few minutes ago, have 19.
19. Perfect. And just out of curiosity, what did you say to people to get those customers? Like, what have you been saying that's been working for you?
Well, I actually came up with a script that I use. I've done everybody that I have right now, I've gotten through Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
And I basically sent them a personal message. I kind of break the ice a little bit and talk to them a little bit because I know everybody. And then I basically have a little script that I've used, and it's worked very well, obviously. That basically just tells them that I'm a new TSA, and I explain.
Obviously, I want you to tell us what the script is.
Yes, I'm going to tell you right now.
All right, go ahead.
So basically, what I say to them is I just started as a TSA, and I explain to them that's a travel savings ambassador, and that I'm trying to share with everybody that I know a coupon code that's going to allow them to set up a free personal travel portal that gives them access for life. So whenever they are ready to book travel, they can save up to 70%. And I asked them the question, I would love to give you the code for the free portal. Would you be interested? And 99% of the time I get a yes back and send them the code.
That is so simple. That is
Yes,
so
very
simple.
simple.
So obviously somebody could, if you're watching this video, you can rewind it if it's recorded because it's been recorded. You can rewind it and write that down and figure it out. Okay. Don't send me an email or text and say, what did you say? Rewind it yourself, take notes and so on, and put it in your own words or whatever. But I mean, you've already gotten, and in just a very, very short period of time, because you literally haven't been in 30 days. I know that for a fact.
No,
You've gotten already that many customers. I mean, what people don't understand is that the average customer in our company, they said is going to save, usually the average person will save $600 annually. That means you'll put $300 of income into your pocket minimum. And this was published recently by the company in the company presentation, when all we've been talking about is travel, let alone we've got the Vibe Rides, the rideshare company that we just bought. We've got the mobile service coming out shortly. The other things that they're going to be adding to the portfolio. So these customers are going to be worth more and more money, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay. Now I also found out that you've already enrolled some other people as TSAs, because obviously we have the ability to do that and introduce people. And that's, a lot of us are doing that because it's allowing us to tap into other customer markets that we wouldn't be able to get ourselves. Just out of curiosity, you're welcome to tell us how many if you want, but I'd really like to know how you enrolled them. Like, what was your process? What'd you say? What tool did you use? What system, and so on.
Well, I use all of the systems that you have put in place. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Every single time, I do not deviate from it ever. I do the ATM strategies. So I'm sending them to the 5-star business group and tagging them in the 8-minute presentation there. And then the bigger video that's below. Once I've done that, then I send them the I Decide, which, as Jamin said earlier, I actually can see when they've started watching it, when they've finished, and kind of what their goal is, whether they're interested or not, and then I follow up from there with them. So I do that every single time.
Perfect. So in case anybody just heard what Tammy just said, to reiterate what ATM stands for is add, tag, and message. It's a strategy we use to actually invite people into a secret Facebook group called the 5-star business group. You can't find it on Facebook. You have to be invited in there. And we have a simple, like a short sizzle video. It's called a sizzle video, which just kind of piques somebody's interest to see if they're interested to begin with. That kind of helps them to kind of get the big picture. And then the next video, she said she tagged them in, is a short 10-minute presentation that's done that I do in there. And then basically follow is pretty simple, because a lot of times what people don't realize is when they're in the Facebook group, the nice thing is when we post videos like this, or people saving money and we put pictures of the posts on that, it's actually going through their Facebook feed and following up for them. So, I mean, so basically doing this video as we post it in there, it's going to follow up for people for you. It's kind of an incredible concept, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Social proof is huge.
Excellent. Now, okay, because I don't want to take too long on here, but would you tell anybody that's watching this maybe for the first time that this is probably the simplest way you've seen, being an entrepreneur for as long as you have, to earn a secondary income without having to go get a job, create another business, thing like that? I mean, is it pretty simple? Somebody could probably easily supplement their income here, correct?
Absolutely, yes. For me, the 10 and 2 strategy that's talked about a lot, getting 10 customers and 2 TSAs, if you follow that, I think you will have no issues whatsoever. I actually have received commission already. I haven't even been in 30 days. So that, again, is another motivator. I think this is something that everybody could do. That I don't see any reason why anybody can't.
Perfect. Last thing before we jump off of here, big picture. Okay, because I know you're not a small thinker, obviously, as an entrepreneur. You've seen a lot of stuff out there. You get pitched with a lot of things, obviously. Yes. Where do you see this going, and what do you see it potentially happening for other people if they went maybe a little more aggressive with this?
Well, I am currently pretty aggressive with what I am doing. That's just who I am. And like you said, being an entrepreneur, I kind of take things, the challenge is good for me. I personally believe that the sky is the limit with this company. I think the bigger that you can dream, the more you're going to accomplish, the further you're going to go. I don't see any reason why you should be held back. If you want that 6-figure income or more, I think you can achieve that in a relatively short time. I just don't think there's anything holding any back in this company.
Absolutely. Well, Tammy, thank you for no notice. I basically called you up a couple minutes ago, really, and asked you to do this with me. But thank you so much, and congratulations on your success. I mean, getting a handful of TSAs in a 30-day period, and getting a handful of customers right out of the gates, that's fantastic. So thank you for being on here. Looking forward to seeing you walk across stage here shortly at some of the big events, because I know you're going to take this to the next level and so on. So thank you for being on here. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to go solo real quick and say goodbye to you. So obviously get back with the person that got you to take a look at this. Let them know if you got any questions. They can show you how simple it is to get set up, and literally you can be in business with us in no time. And obviously all of our systems we put together are free, and we make sure that you get the best experience here. So thanks again for being on here, and we will see you on the other videos. Thanks.